Halio Dalio DND Family. It's your girl that answers the three names, and those are Davena, Nancy, and Devena. So welcome to a new video. This video will be about the modules I did in year 2 semester 2. So if you're interested, continue watching. If you're not interested, like not a nursing student, you just saw me on your For You page and you clicked on the video to see what it's about, thank you for stopping by. I hope you continue watching the video until it's finished, even if you're not interested, okay? And I appreciate you. As for my regulars, welcome back. I hope you're all doing okay, and Christmas treat you all good, and the new year is going well. If it's not going so well, then there are more days in the year, you know, to make it better, and it's not gonna last forever. And just, you know, keep your head high, have faith, hold it up, things will get better. Fingers crossed. Continue watching. So we should have done 4 modules based on the diet sheet, but majority of us did 5 because we did our university elective that time. We did health promotion, pharmacology applied to nursing 1, diet, therapy, pathophysiology 2, and the university elective. Health promotion, we're gonna deal with that one first. Tells you about behavioral change, like so health education basically. So it tells you about strategies that you can use to teach persons about ways to improve their health, ways to maintain their health, you know, ways to restore their health. Also teaches you about the barriers or issues that persons face when they want to do a behavior change. So for instance, the healthcare service that they're trying to seek out, it's not affordable because they're low socioeconomic family. It also tells you about the stages somebody goes through when they want to do a behavior change. Are they at the contemplation stage? Are they at the action phase, and so forth? When you go to the clinic and you see they're doing these health teachings and these health educations for the patients and so forth, that is health promotion coming out to you. You know, they're showing you ways how to go about teaching persons about their health, the medias that you would use, like the sources that you'd use. Are you going to use a PowerPoint? Are you going to use brochures? Are you going to put up something? Are you going to use a chart to showcase what you are trying to say? The strategies that you would use to teach persons how to maintain, restore, and, you know, keep their health intact. So that's basically health promotion for you. We also did the lesson planning in it, your teacher's objectives, what the teacher will do, what the students will do, what you will achieve at the end, and so forth. And then you'll do your evaluation and see if the goals were met. In health promotion, we did 2 individual based projects. We did a teaching plan, and we also had to do like a video thingy teaching about, like, I think it was COVID. I'm positive that it's about COVID though, but I'm just grateful that I passed and everything. I'm just grateful for the experience and what it has taught me to be as a nurse, and help with my career, shows me, teaches me how to go about educating my patients on a daily basis as a nurse, strategies to use, and just to figure out where the patient is at as it regards behavior change and so forth. So yeah, we did 2 individual pieces. We did a teaching plan and a video. Well, I did a video about COVID-19 and so forth. I think it's like a health symposium thing. And then there's a group project, also like a health symposium, like a teaching plan, along with how you would go about, like they give you a topic and they say tell how you go about teaching this topic to a certain group in the healthcare system and so forth. We did a mid-semester test, and we also did a final exam. So we did 1, 2, 3. We did 5 pieces of work for health promotion. That's that for health promotion. So the next one is pharmacology applied to nursing 1. So pharmacology 1 is basically like introduction. It gives you an introduction to pharmacology, so pharmacodynamics, pharmacokinetics. Then it dips into autonomic nervous system, where it teaches you about cholinergic drugs, or drugs that acts like acetylcholine, that is the neurotransmitter for the parasympathetic nervous system. And then they teach you about adrenergic drugs, so drugs that act like norepinephrine or epinephrine, and those are the neurotransmitters for the sympathetic nervous system. They went on to teach you about respiratory drugs, so drugs that are used in the respiratory system, drugs that are used in the digestive system, drugs that are used for the sensory organs, so like the ears, the eyes, you know, those are, yeah, those stuff. So they teach you about the drugs that are used in those particular system. It's a hefty module, hard to pass. Put your all in it. That's all I can say. Study, revise, don't let the work pile up on you. It's a lot. It's gonna be a lot. Pharmacology, hard to pass. It's very hectic, very hard to pass, very crucial to your nursing career. And child, I'm telling you, just be prepared for it and study what you can. Make your drug table, know the side effects, the adverse effects, know about the mechanism of action. If you don't know nothing else in pharmacology, no, so you're gonna need to know the drugs, the mechanism of action, the side effects, adverse effects, how you manage the person as a nurse, so nursing considerations. So if the patient is taking this type of drug, what should you be cautious of, and so forth. So don't play around. Study, keep your focus locked in, revise. It's gonna be a lot of reading, gonna be a lot to understand. The information just gonna drop on your bloopsa, and you're expected to know it all. Like, know the drugs. You're not even know like the whole drugs. I'm just use a like what them would I call it, a suffix. Yeah, suffix, the things that the drugs ending. Yeah, know those, and then you can say pick, choose and refuse, and say all right, know the mechanism for this type of drug, the mechanism for that type of drug, how they differ, how this one counteract with this one. It's gonna be a lot, so I'm just, you know, telling you what it's about. So pharmacology, it's about drugs, how the drugs affect the system, how the system affect the drugs, and side effects, adverse effects, and what are your nursing considerations. And the pieces of work that we did for pharmacology, we did 2 in-course tests, you know, one in October, early October, and one in November. And then you're going to do a final exam, and we also had to do a group project. So yeah. The next module is Pathophysiology 2. It's similar to Pathophysiology 1, just like how you deal with diseases of each system. So in Pathophysiology 2, what we looked on cardiovascular system, we looked on digestive system, reproductive system, urinary system, respiratory system, as well as the immune system. So the diseases that affect those systems, the clinical manifestations, so that are like your signs and your symptoms, how they would go about testing for it, so the diagnostic test that they'll use, identify that yes, you're having this. Also they teach you about like medications, you know, just a brief thing of the medications that they'll give a patient that has this and such and such. Pathophysiology is all about how the disease come about, what happens to the body to let that disease come about, you know. So yeah, that's what it's basically about. Just like Pathophysiology 1, is just that you do other systems that has other diseases. In Patho, we do a test 1, we do test 2, we did a final exam as well as a project for it. So we did 4 pieces of work for that. The next one that we did was diet therapy. So what does diet therapy teaches you about? Is about the diseases in the body and how they go about modifying the diet to meet the requirements of that particular disease. So like for diabetic persons, decrease starchy food intake, decrease alcohol intake, decrease your fatty acid, the oily foods and so forth, to decrease those, and you'd increase your whole grain and your dietary fiber intake and so forth, you know, things that will help you with managing the diabetic state better. So you know, say if you eat the starchy food, you know that I gonna have sugar, because starch or sugar, complex form of sugar. So yeah, when that different breakdown on glucose and you don't have enough insulin and so forth to break that down, glucose that is gonna come from the starch, then you know, say that can rise your blood sugar level, so you know, decrease that. For high blood pressure now, they taught us about something like the DASH diet, where you would limit red meat, sweets and sugary drinks, fatty foods, you know, any food with aisle fat like buttermilk, cheese. Limit the intake of those. Also lower your cholesterol and your alcohol intake, as well as your salt. Of course, you're gonna reduce sodium within your diet. Eat more vegetables, eat more fruits. Diet that is rich in potassium, rich in magnesium, and rich in calcium. Of course, when it comes to managing a disease, they always try to incorporate lifestyle changes. So of course, they're gonna tell you to do weight reduction. If you're an obese person, like you're overweight, reduce your weight, so weight reduction, and also to include exercise in your daily activities. They teach you about the diseases and how you go about modifying your diet to fit that particular disease. So that's what diet therapy is basically all about. The pieces of work that we did for diet therapy, we did a mid-semester test, a final exam test, and also a group project. And that's that for diet therapy. It's not a hard module. It's just a lot to read, a lot to know, and you know, just do what you do for the other modules. Study, read, keep it in mind, and so forth, and then you'll be fine. Then for university elective, it's just a list of modules that they'll give you, and you'll choose from whatever you feel like you want to do. I did entrepreneurship. However, my first choice was interior decorating, but by the time I should have gotten my grades, that class was already full, so I had to choose something else, and I chose entrepreneurship. A business module for a science student, I don't recommend. I'm just grateful that I got over it. I passed, and that is that. Done for me. I'm child. It murdered me. I'm not telling no lie. So I guess the work that you'll do, the pieces of work that you'll do, it is dependent on the type of elective that you chose. I chose entrepreneurship. I did a lot. We had to come up with a business idea, and also how we go about pitching it. And that's that. That was all the semester went. The modules I did in year 2, semester 2. So if you have any other questions, you can drop them below. I'll always be down there answering and all that stuff. And if you made it here, then it's obviously the end episode, man. And if you bound a sweetie, no, you don't need to make me know who reached the end of the video them, so I can bound a sweetie and give it to me. Just to show me like appreciation, you know what I say. So that's it for the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for stopping by, and appreciate it. Like the video if you like it, you know, just like the video if you reach here. So thank you. So until then, until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and big up on yourself. Bye.